So I found some found some 2009 packs. No idea where these came from. All the tops are cut off of these. I don't do that. So I believe these were given to me. I don't know if I ever went through them or not. So anyways, we're just going to look and see what's in here. I don't know what kind of shape they're in or anything. Alright. Mr. Mark Coleman. Look like they got a little bit of damage on the corners. Not a lot, though. Marvin Eastman. I like that these have some older fighters. Is this like a fight card? That looks pretty cool. Okay, we got a fight card. And we got Mask. Very nice. Alright, so I'm gonna sleeve a couple of these, I think. Maybe just those two. Yeah. Let's see here. Again, if there's anything that I sleeve that shouldn't be or anything I missed, let me know. I like that. Alright, so I'll put that over there. I hope the Prism boxes at some point maybe come out with some Pride sets, or even WEC or Elite XC or any of those organizations that the UFC pretty much put out of business. Alright, so that's one pack done. Let's get another one. Okay. Alright, Frankie Edgar. Wilson Govea. Matt Riddle. The Medicinal Man. Ben Saunders. This guy been around forever. Alright, another fight card. Is that St. Pierre versus Fitch? And what do we got here? Tom Lawler. Fight sequence card. Alright, I'm only gonna sleeve the fight poster. I really like the fight poster cards. They're pretty cool. Wish I could remember where or who I got these from. But anyways, alright, so that's another pack gone. Grab another one. This is alright, what do we got here? The man who holds on to submissions for too long. Guy's pretty much been banned out of MMA. I like that. That's the holding an Ultimate Fighter plaque. A little damage right there on the corner. What do we got here? Rashad Evans. Wow. I wonder if any of the newer packs, like the Prisms, if they have older fighters. Why is that? This is so thick. Much thicker than the other ones. Philip Nover. And Dan Margliotta. I don't know if I should sleeve all Margliotta. I'm going to sleeve this one just because for some reason this card is much thicker than the others. Yeah, that one's not going to fit in the top loader, so I'm not sure why that card is so thick. If you guys know why this card is so much thicker than the rest, let me get a regular one. This is the Dan Margliotta one. If you look, the thickness is way different. So if you guys know why that is, let me know. Not that it matters. Another pack. This one has quite a few cards in it. Checklist. Looks like. Alright, so we got a Topps checklist. Front and back. Matt Danzig. Thought that guy would be a lot more in MMA, but he really didn't do too much. Damian Myers, Mission God. Tiago. I don't know how to say Tim Bosch. Czech Congo. CB Dalloway. We got here Bloodlines. Okay. And we got Eve Levine standing over a KO'd fighter. I love that. You know, I wonder if I should. I'm gonna go ahead and sleeve the referees just for the hell of it. I'm gonna sleeve that checklist too. I love this one, how he's standing over the fighter. So these cards seem to be in fairly good shape. I actually found these in a box of round 5 figures that I collect. I don't take my round 5s out of their packaging. And I just moved, so I was going through the boxes and came across these. And figured I would do a video and open them, because I had no idea where they came from or even what's in these. I know that probably doesn't need to be sleeved, but it is, so. You guys know what what's the deal with the bloodline cards? Because I don't believe he has any other family members or anything like that that fight, so not sure what the bloodline means, but I wonder if I can get a Steve Mazzagatti. The greatest referee to ever grace the octagon. Alright, let's grab another one. Alright, Anderson. Pretty sure everybody in MMA knows who this man is. We got another checklist. I am not sure. It looks different, actually. Let's see. Oops. It is actually different. Okay, so we got a newer checklist. What do I got here? Paul Kelly. Mr. Cain Velasquez. Could have been one of the greats. Too many injuries. Koscheck. Never liked this guy. Okay, we got a fight one. And another fight one. Junie Browning. So I'm only going to sleeve the checklist for this one. Oh yeah, that sleeve's got a little bit of damage right there in the corner. But overall, the cards for the most part look to be in pretty good shape. So I'm happy about that, even though I didn't know I ever had these. But if you're going to find something like this, you'd rather it be in good shape than bad. Alright. So that's that. Looks like, so after this one, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 more packs. I'm thinking I had probably around 20 or so. Keith Jardine, the Dean of Mean. Chris Lieben, very nice. Heath Herrig, old school Pride fighter. Matt, I believe his name is spelled wrong on this card. I believe it's Winman. Weeman. I could be wrong. All right. Bloodline Randy Couture. Clearly, if you're an MMA fan, you know who Randy is. Oh, we got Goldie. I like it. I'm a Goldie fan. And another checklist. Let me see if this is the same one. I believe it is. Oh no, this is a different checklist. Alright, so I got another checklist. Alright, so I'm gonna sleeve this. I loved when Goldie and Rogan were together. They were a good duo. What are you guys going for in the fight tonight? For some reason, I think Derek Lewis is going to somehow KO Surreal. I mean, that dude's just got some insane power. Seems like a pretty good card overall, though. I do DraftKings, so I do have my list picked, my team, and we're going to see if I can become a millionaire, which we all know is not going to probably happen. Okay, I don't even know who that is. I've never heard of him. That's rare. Paul Taylor. Kevin Randleman. Old school. Alright, another fight one. The fight ones, I gotta assume, so that's another thick card. I'm assuming these are just like miscuts. Those thick cards. We got Stitch. Very nice. I'll be sleeving him. And then we have Dan Miller and Rob Kimmons. I'm thinking that these fight sequence cards must hold some type of value, because I haven't really gotten any like good, fights. So I'm thinking there's some in there that are really maybe rare because of the fighters that are on the cards. Checklist. Okay, let's do this. So I'm assuming this pack right here, obviously the packaging is different. I'm not sure if this is 2009. Let's see. 2010. Right there. Alright, so these are from 2010. Got BJ Penn right here, holographic. UFC debut card, Gustafson. I've always said it with an R, so. Alright. Are these all holographics? Jake Rosenthal. Alan Belcher. And even though these appear to be all holographics, I'm assuming value comes with who the fighter is, regardless of the holographic. George Straparopoulos, I can't say his name. Nogueira. Alright, I'm going to sleeve him just because he's a legend. Joe Stevenson. Man, I thought this guy was going to do something. Never did, though. Never did. And then we have a checklist. Alright, so let's leave these up. I love Nogueira, man. That guy. Him and his little brother, Lil Nog. Big Nog, Lil Nog. Those guys are some submission geniuses. I like the debut card. Look how young he looks. That's crazy. And BJ. Gotta still show love to BJ, even though he's kind of went off the deep end. I think BJ's one of those guys who let pride get in the way of his career and legacy, and it's been a bit tarnished now, but those of us who know the young BJ Penn when he fought Pulver in those early days, we know what that pen is like. And he was definitely a beast in those days, so gotta show the love. I'm gonna get me some more top loaders. Or hard cases. Alright, so here we go. I believe this is the 2010 one, right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it looks like holographics, so. Alright, UFC debut. Ross Pearson. Andre Wilmer. Winner. John Howard. Was never really a fan of him. He didn't really do much anyways. Patrick Cote. I thought he would also do a lot more. But, you know, it happens. You're in there against the best, so. Alan Belcher. What does that say? Top fights, okay. Mark Coleman, old school fighter. I like it. I'm going to card him just because he's an old school guy. And Jamie Varner. Does that say WEC? Oh, wow. Man, that is beautiful. I love that they represented WEC. I wish those organizations were still around, man. Pride, WEC. They were such good organizations, and they really were giving the UFC a run. They had solid rosters. Yeah, that's. But the UFC is King Daddy, and you know, money talks, bullshit walks. Come on, card. All right. As you can see, I'm not the best at putting these in. Let's see. I'm going to hold off on top loading some of these because I'm running out of hard cases, just in case I get something that's of value, or at least I think is of value. Alright, I need another checklist. John Jones. That's definitely an early fight. I'm going to sleeve that just because it's an early fight. I've got this checklist. I'm going to hold that too, and I'll check that to see if I already have that. Manny Gambarian. Never really did much in the UFC. Mike Swick. Another guy I thought was going to do really good. Never did. WEC. He was actually decent in the WEC. Sam Stout. Another guy who really didn't do a whole lot. John Fitch. Former champion. Went on to some other organizations and became champion too. Probably more known for being knocked out by Hendricks than anything, though. And we got another bloodline. Yushi and Okami. Alright. So I'm going to sleeve that checklist and I'll check later to see if it's a duplicate. So there's the bloodline. That's the checklist. And then the John Jones early fight. Just because. Like I said, I'll go through these later. And top sleeve some of those if I think it needs it. Alright, so that's a 2010 pack. This will be all holographic. Or at least it should be. Another WEC card right there. Looks like Faber. Yep. Uriah Faber, WEC. Man, I wish they would come out with Pride. Sean Shirk. This guy was a little beast, man. He was just a little unit. Champion. But then once he lost, pretty much went downhill from there. UFC debut. Steve Lopez. Jim Miller. Whoa, what the fuck? Both barrels. Rampage Jackson. That is beautiful. And Gabriel Gonzaga. Man, these 2010 packs are fucking awesome, man. I think I may be looking into picking some of those up. Some 2010 packs along with some Prism boxes. But I'm really liking the WEC cards featured in the 2010 packs. I wish they would do more of that. Again, especially with Pride. Alright, let's do that. Okay, Octagon Honor, I see. Okay, that was Couture. Brad Morris, Brills. Tim Bosch. Chet Congo. CB Dollaway. Got a St. Pierre against Matt Hughes. I'll go ahead and sleeve that. And we got an octagon. Yeah, it's a little bit of damage on the corner right there. Man, I swear this pack all the way up until the Randy Couture card and the GSP Matt Hughes card looked like an identical pack to what I opened earlier. Pretty sure it wasn't, but it looked like it. I mean, as far as cards go, it had a lot of the same people. Put these over here. Okay. Paul and Harris. Dude's a dirty fucking fighter. Thick card again. I gotta assume that's just a miscut. Pelleringo. Joe Lozon. This guy is a beast. I'm actually watching the season, is it season 4, season 5 of Ultimate Fighter with Nate Diaz and him. And we're on the last episode. We're going to actually be going into the final episode. So, Lozon is definitely, he's a soldier, man. Guy can put in some work. Chuck. Can you ever go wrong with Chuck? Though again, Chuck is another person, I believe, who's let his ego get the best of him and has kind of tarnished his career. I'm going to go ahead and sleeve it just because it's Chuck, though. Yeah, already, it's a duplicate. And the Eve Levine is a duplicate. Alright. We are starting to hit duplicate central. There's Chuck the Iceman. Alright. 2010 pack right here. Frank Mir. Probably one of the best big submission guys, for heavyweight. Matt Serra. Good fighter. I'd say better coach than fighter. Him and Longo. UFC debut. Nick Lentz. And Hafolo Oliveira. Let's leave that. And what do we got here? Nate Marquardt. Man, he looks so young. And Brandon Blackburn, or Brad Blackburn.